So today, I was just out geocaching here in Danvers on my way back from the mall, and I didn't really have any plans to go anywhere interesting other than these woods that I found to geocache. I wasn't going to go to any creepy abandoned places, but I kind of found one randomly. It's this. And what this is apparently the old Crease and Cook Tannery in Danvers. And it's in this really out of the way hidden spot that I never would have found if it weren't for the geocaching website, because there's a couple caches hid around here, and that's what I'm doing here. But I find this, which isn't all that interesting, but the story behind it is a little interesting. It was a tannery, and I guess they didn't properly dispose of their arsenic or dioxin way back in the day before this was demolished. So all the soil here is tainted with arsenic and dioxin, and there are signs everywhere telling you not to trespass within the fenced area because of dioxin and arsenic. So I'm now paranoid that when I go home I have arsenic and dioxin all over my shoes. But let me just show you some of the other weird, creepy things I found in this really remote, random spot in the middle of Danvers. So here's the sign warning you of arsenic and dioxin in the soil. And the no trespassing means no trespassing behind the fence. You're allowed to be anywhere else because there's these trails here, there, and there's evidence that people have walked and biked around here. And there's a lot of weird stuff around here that's creeping me out. For instance, this bike that's not chained to the fence, and it looks in really good condition, and the wheels still are filled with air. Usually when you find an abandoned bike, it's locked up and the wheels are flat. This bike is literally ready to ride. I could jump on this and ride it right now. So I don't know what it's doing here. It's got a sock kind of stuck in the chain. That's a little interesting. Maybe that's the reason it's abandoned, but other than that, it looks like a perfectly good bike. And then there's a little tiny shopping cart, smaller than a regular one, but there's multiple shopping carts with weird things in them, like TVs from the 90s and coolers. And they're all from different places. Ocean State Job Lot, Savers, and then there's one over here, two over here, Michael's. All these places are around, but they're not close enough to have all their carts be here. Really, really shady. But it gets way more interesting than just shopping carts. There's more down there. So here's more of the tannery that's been demolished and now a hotbed of arsenic. And I probably have arsenic all over my feet, which is lovely. But then we come to this wall here, more shopping carts, and then this wall, and I just figured it had to be a cemetery, and it is a cemetery, and I've heard of it. It's the hidden Endicott Cemetery in Danvers that I always heard about, but had no idea where it was. Never really thought to look for it, but I found it. And there it is. The Endicott Cemetery in Danvers. And it is in the middle of nowhere. Like, I don't know how anyone would ever even think to come up here. Definitely a pretty cool, creepy hidden cemetery. And then back of the cemetery, I don't know why I'm going over here. I'm probably going to get abducted. This looks like a homeless shelter. I think it is. It obviously is. But yeah, we got a warning of ghosts, a fire pit, tires. It's a friggin' mess back here. There's another mint condition bike over there. What the hell is that? I'm gonna get murdered. I'm gonna be on Dateline NBC. Look at this, pots and pans. This is a legit shanty town. I'm so gonna get murdered. This is, look at this, there's a tiara. We got a tiara, some friggin' science goggles, a baggie full of the houses from Monopoly. Why is there a baggie full of Monopoly houses in these woods? Some barbecue tongs, a fishing net, a table that looks like it's from the local IKEA. And look, we got another bike. Another seemingly decent condition bike. Well, this one's a little rough. But I literally hate this place. I'm sure if the weather was nicer, there would be people sleeping here. And I would be shot on sight. Look at this. What is going on back here in these woods? There's like a park bench, like a fully functional park bench. All kinds of creepy shit. There's a wagon wheel. What is a wagon wheel doing there? I don't know what a wagon wheel's doing there, but a wagon wheel is there. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's one of those. I don't want to touch it. One of those. It's like a little dog, like, and the ears move. I don't know. I just remember they used to sell those. Some sunglasses from a murder victim. A lot of crap. I swear this is a crime scene. I'm walking around a crime scene that hasn't been discovered. If they ever want to find missing persons from Danvers, they need to check this spot first. Here's like a missing piece to the graveyard, just sitting there. And then there's an extension to the graveyard right here. This part is not surrounded by that wall. This part's more open. And it seems to have the Russell family in it, rather than the Endicott family. So if you ever wanted to know where the Endicott Cemetery is hidden in Danvers, here it is. Someone is sleeping next to the cemetery. Someone just sleeps right next to this creepy, forgotten cemetery. Who does that? Look, there's a flag. Who left this flag? Who even knew this place was here? Somebody is like keeping up with this cemetery, obviously, and putting flags down. And then it gets worse down here. There's a bunch of body bags. Oh my God. I did not find what I just found. Okay, you know all those shopping carts? Well, there's a shopping cart filled with vintage 1980s, filled with vintage 1980s Cabbage Patch dolls. Like 1984, 1983. Let's check the signature. This one's 1986. I was wrong. This one, this is like JonBenet Ramsey, the Cabbage Patch doll version. This one is a 1984. I just found Cabbage Patch dolls in the woods. They've even got their shoes still on. But the shoes are filled with that arsenic soil. What is going on in here? It's got Smurfs, but they're the newer Happy Meal Smurfs from the 2000s. I can't believe this. That is messed up. These are probably from Savers, actually, but Savers isn't really... I just heard leaves rustling, and I was pretty sure it was a murderer. This was somebody's beloved Cabbage Patch Kid that they opened on Christmas morning, 1984. And they were like, oh my God, I got a Cabbage Patch Kid. And now it is lying in this filthy, disgusting shopping cart in the middle of Danvers, Massachusetts. My mind will never be more blown than it is right now. I'm speechless. That is so creepy. Cabbage Patch Kids in the woods of Danvers next to a hidden, forgotten cemetery. There's also a bunch of minions. There's a lot of minions, all different types of minions. This is definitely from Savers. Savers is a thrift store, and there's one in Danvers. Horrifying. Why am I touching this stuff? Why am I touching this stuff? I should not be touching this stuff. I need to go take a steam bath when I get home. Gross. Stop touching disease-filled Cabbage Patch Kids. Okay, I'm gonna get away from these because they're creeping me out. One last look. You gotta look at the display here. I'm not taking these either because they're gross and dirty. But I had to film them. Okay, bye. Bye, creepy Cabbage Patch Kids in the woods. I never want to see you again. I don't want to know what's in these bags. Probably bodies. That's probably a dead body wrapped in a camouflage sleeping bag. I'm not even gonna go near that any further. This is probably the most dangerous adventure I've ever gone on. Because there's definitely people living. Oh, there is people. Oh my God. What the ever-living fuck is that? There's a shanty town. There's a legit shanty town. Look at this. Oh shit. Shit. Just quick, look. That's a shanty town, and there's people walking around, and there's a guy. Oh. Well, they can't get to me because that river is in front of it. But there's a creepy community behind the highway, down by the river, next to the old bridge. Yeah, I'm out. Bye. Okay. I am so out of here. I'm gonna get shot any second now. Because there was people walking around. It's like people who want their Cabbage Patch Kids that are right there. Like they want them back. Okay, I am walking briskly away from this area because as I was walking away from where you can see that shanty town, a guy yelled something like in this low moan, and he was a guy in the shanty town. So I'm gonna run away from here now. Bye cemetery, bye creepy abandoned Endicott Cemetery. I never want to see you again. You're too close to weird effed up things in the woods. We've got arsenic in the soil, dioxin, friggin' dolls in shopping carts, creepy bikes that have nothing wrong with them but are abandoned, a creepy shanty town, lots of shopping carts. This place is a nightmare. I'm posting this video as a public service announcement never to come here. I'm not even telling you where it is. So find it yourself if you want to get murdered. Be my guest. I'm out.